Happy March Madness, everybody. 5280 Sports Network on a Thursday for your morning minute. Nate Lundy, Shawn Drotar, thank you for stopping by. Despite all of the basketball on the brain, everybody's brackets and all that, we'll give you a small break from the hardwood here. Let's talk Broncos for a minute. Stories out there talking about King Dunlap, who was released by the Chargers, had, I think, a $500,000 roster number bonus, something or other that was going to kick in. So the Chargers decided to say goodbye to Dunlap. He is out there. His name has been brought up in association with the Broncos. They obviously need some help at left tackle. Shawn, your thoughts on an oft-injured King Dunlap?
Well, I think the Broncos are at a point where beggars can't necessarily be choosers. Dunlap also, by the way, in February last month, also had an incident with a sort of a restraining order violation. They have to work that out as well. So there are some challenges with bringing in someone like King Dunlap. It comes with risks and injuries, maybe even first and foremost among them. But the Broncos have nobody to start at left tackle. Do you really want Donald Stevenson there? He couldn't handle it at right. You probably don't want him starting at left. And by getting someone like Dunlap, who won't probably break the bank due to the injury history and the fact he's 31, maybe that's a fit for the Broncos because it enables them to at least have some certainty coming into the beginning of the season that a veteran is there, but it also frees them up to be far more flexible and maneuverable in the draft if things don't go their way.
When you look at King Dunlap, you're talking about a guy that's missed 13 games over the course of the last 2 seasons, by the way, from an injury standpoint. He'll be going into his 9th year in the NFL, but over the course of the 8 seasons that he has played in the National Football League, he's only played all 16 games once.
That's perfect to guard Tony Romo. What's the problem? It's perfect.
So
he's in a pod.
The injury, and the reason I bring that up is A, you kind of have to know what you're getting when you put him on the roster, but also because I do believe that lends itself to, as Shawn said, a guy that you might be able to get for very cheap. Because he has been injured a lot, and so I don't think that he can necessarily demand a big salary as well. He would at the very least give you some depth, and to Shawn's point, gives you a lot of flexibility by the time you get to the draft on April 27th, because if you're picking at 20 and you do actually have a tackle that you've put on the roster, it does mean that not only do you have flexibility as a team with what you want to do, but it also means you're unpredictable with what you might do with that pick, which means you never know when someone else within the league might come calling and make an offer to move up to your 20th spot because there's someone they desperately want, and maybe it gives you some flexibility. We've got a lot of time to be able to figure that out, but with King Dunlap's name being brought up, definitely something to keep an eye on over the course of the next few days as the Broncos continue to quietly work their way through free agency. I mentioned earlier this week I got to celebrate the fact with all of the Lakers fans watching LA lose at the Pepsi Center. Last night, the Avalanche, don't know where that came from, with a 3-1 victory over the Detroit Red Wings, and of course Matt Duchene breaking that slump that he'd been in with getting the first goal on the board for the Avalanche. So congratulations to them. Obviously nothing overly exciting as you look down the stretch of the season, but anytime you can beat the Red Wings here, I'll take it. Enjoy March Madness. A reminder that Shawn and I will be at Haters downtown, 1920 Blake Street, Haters and Tap 14. We'll be watching the games, so if you're watching this right now at the office, desperately looking for an excuse to get out of the office to go enjoy the games, that's where you can find us and the rest of the crew from Mile High Sports. So we hope you'll come down and enjoy the games with us today and tomorrow. But enjoy the madness, everybody. Good luck in your brackets. Have a great Thursday. For Shawn, I'm Nate. We'll see you.